Group 4, Team 1, levodopa presentation.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Are you a 68-year-old man? Have you been living alone and struggling with balance and tremors? Did you recently see your doctor because of these issues? Have your symptoms been getting worse? Have you been falling over due to these symptoms? Do you have Parkinson's disease? Is your name Bjorn? Yes? Well, I've got a drug for you. No, not that drug. We've got levodopa, and it's great for the treatment of Parkinson's disease.
I'm not Bjorn, I'm Timmy. My grandpa's Bjorn. He has 2 kids and I'm one of his 4 grandchildren. Hey mister, what's Parkinson's?
I'm glad you asked, Timmy. It's a neurodegenerative disease that is chronic, progressive, and ultimately fatal. Parkinson's disease, or PT as the kids call it, comes on as a realist of death of neurons. PT has some symptoms such as resting tremor, muscle rigidity, postural instability, and a host of others. PT is usually only prevalent in people over 60 years of age and is only found in about 0.3% of the population. In developed countries, PD is the generation of the substantia nigra, which results in a decreased dopamine level in the basal ganglia. The cause of PD is still relatively unknown, but significant head trauma has been linked to an onset of the disease.
Will Grandpa be okay?
He can be if he takes levodopa.
So what's levodopa?
What's levodopa, I hear you say? Well, levodopa is a naturally occurring amino acid, which, once absorbed in the brain, is converted to dopamine. It relieves symptoms of Parkinson's disease following decarboxylation to dopamine in the brain. So there's no longer a decreased level of dopamine in the basal ganglia. The problem is that a large proportion of levodopa is transported into dopamine outside the brain, and thus dopamine does not go to the brain from the blood and can't relieve the symptoms. The dopamine outside the brain also causes side effects, such as vomiting and low blood pressure. Because of these issues, levodopa is taken in conjunction with another drug, carbidopa. Aha! Before you ask, carbidopa is another drug, which does not cross the blood-brain barrier. It inhibits the extracerebral decarboxylation of levodopa, which means that a larger amount of levodopa becomes available for transportation to the brain and transformation into dopamine.
Hey mister, what about the pharmacokinetics?
Wow, you're a smart boy, Timmy. Levodopa/carbidopa is metabolized in the gastrointestinal tract. It has a half-life of around 9 minutes, and only 1% will enter the brain on its own. However, if you take a levodopa with carbidopa, about 5 to 10% of it exits the brain. It comes in a variety of doses, some of the most popular being 10 out of 100 and 25 out of 100.
Hey mister, aren't drugs bad?
Sure, Timmy, some drugs are bad, but some drugs can also be good. Levodopa with carbidopa is one of those drugs that will help your grandpa, Bjorn.
So if he takes this drug, will he be okay?
Well, there is some chance that he may feel some side effects. Short-term side effects of L-dopa-carbidopa include nausea, increased daydreaming, and dizziness. Long-term effects could see hallucinations and dyskinesia, which is involuntary movements. After several years on L-dopa-carbidopa medication, patients may begin to deteriorate and experience fluctuations in their mobility. This is called the on and off effect, indicating when the drug is apparently working and when it is not. Doctors say the drug becomes more erratic and complicated, possibly due to neuroplasticity. But if you're really worried, Michael J. Fox, the star of Back to the Future movies, does take levodopa and carbidopa, and he's not doing too bad.
So if that's the case, should Grandpa take it?
Good question, Timmy. You're full of those today. If your grandpa has been suffering these effects for a while now, he should take levodopa to help relieve some of these symptoms. It won't cure him, but it will make him feel better.
Well thanks mister, you've been a great help. I'm gonna go get some levodopa to help my Grandpa Bjorn now.
No drugs were used or no animals were harmed in the making of this video. All characters are fiction only, spoken by James Neal.